Welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at the Discovery Princess from Princess Cruise Lines. So let's dive in. Parking for this cruise line is outside. It is not inside of a parking structure. And then when we got out of our cars, we were sent to this line here, then inside to wait in some more lines. And then after we waited in these lines, got checked in, we waited in another line to get on the ship. Now, it can be long. The lines did move pretty quickly most of the time. They kept moving. We didn't do a lot of standing, which was nice. Okay, once you get on the ship, this is the piazza. It is the main room. On the ship, they do a lot of activities here in the evening. A lot of the couples like to dance in here. They do a lot of their activities in here. This is kind of the main gathering area. This is the Good Spirits bar. And over here we have the International Cafe. This place is interesting. It's kind of a mixture of free and paid things. Hello. The coffee bar. Anything you buy at the coffee bar costs extra. But everything over here, sandwiches, the soup, and all of the sweets over here are free. They are included. They're not like the coffee bar. Just the coffee over here costs. So that's a fun little international cafe. And here is the customer service desk over here, as well as the floor excursion desk this way. And then straight ahead here is where the Lotus Spa is located. Right in here. The thermal suite on this ship is beautiful, but it's quite small. So if that's something that you enjoy, you may consider coming here first and signing up for that. There are 8 hot beds on this side of the spa, 4 out here on the outside, and then as you can see up those 2 little stairs, there are 4 more. It's kind of more in a private room, which is kind of cool. And then on this side, there's also 1 steam room. I think it's a pretty regular steam room, just like hammam suite with the steam and then the water basins inside. These are the aromatherapy showers. Each of them is a little different, and this is actually one of my favorite things inside of the thermal suite in the spa. There's that pool thing in the middle. Somebody tell me in the comments what those things are for, if you know. And then we have on this side 2 more steam rooms, different types of steam rooms. They have, I think, a dry sauna as well, which I believe that's this one right here. Yeah. Moving on now, we have the food, and the first thing that we're going to look at is the buffet. Now the buffet is basically one long room. There was always a lot of food in here. They have it separated into basically several hallways with different types of food or different nationalities of food depending on the night. In the middle they have the desserts, and then they also have one side that has drinks in the middle, and then at both ends drinks as well. Now this is where the lemonade is, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and then there is a section coming up also that is kids food, so it's just like french fries and chicken nuggets and stuff like that, hot dogs, things that kids like. Now if you blinked you might have missed it, but that's it. That's the little section right there. That's the kids food, and they have kids food all the time. Okay, now I'm just going to walk down a few of the aisles, show you the kind of stuff that they offer down the aisles. There are several different lanes that are like, this is the fruit section, and then there's another one that's like, this is the salad buffet, and then most of them are similar to this kind of thing, where they've just got like potatoes and vegetables, and then going down the different lanes, some of them have Japanese food occasionally, or they have a taco bar that we frequented often. And then they've also got like rice stuff and meat and fried vegetables and just like a bunch of different stuff. So there's always something that you can find to eat here in the buffet. This is the taco bar that I talked about earlier, and it's always around too. I don't think there was a time in the buffet where we didn't see the taco bar out. Sometimes they switch up the meat. Sometimes it's like fajita meat. Sometimes it's ground beef. Sometimes it's chicken. And then they of course have like chips, so you can do nachos if you would like. In here is the dessert section. And they have various and sundry desserts throughout the day. The souffle here. They have cakes and cookies. And brownies today. Then over on this side, they've got tarts and little cakes. So, lots of fun stuff. This is a coffee bar that's extra. And as you can see, they do have quite a few. It's lunchtime right now, so the desserts are kind of not full at the moment. One of the nights on the ship, they also had cake night, and that's what this is. And it was awesome. The kids loved it. They just have these giant cakes, and they just cut you pieces of whatever cake you want. Moving outside, we have on the pool deck, this is the 24-hour pizza bar. The pizza here was good. They had some good varieties. They did not have the same pizza every day, except for like pepperoni and cheese. So you did have to get, like if there were certain days you wanted certain pizza, you would have to get it there. Straight across from the pizza place is the Salty Dog Cafe. They have hot dogs here, hamburgers, french fries. Hot dogs can be done specially, any kind of way you want. And it was good, and again, always open. This is Gigi's Pizzeria. It costs extra, but it is like an actual pizza parlor on the ship. It is different from the Slices pizza thing on the ship. Straight ahead is the Skagway dining room. There are 3 dining rooms on this ship. They all serve the same food. They just have different decor. This one is a kind of a brownish color. That's where you check in. It's pretty. The carpet is interesting, isn't it? This is kind of cool here in the middle. That's pretty neat. I wonder where that's supposed to be. And here we are at the back of the dining room. So that is the Skagway dining room. This is the Ketchikan dining room. Again, just a little different decor. They serve all the same food. These doors are neat, aren't they? This one is I like this decor better than the other one. It's a darker, kind of a dark and white. This is a pretty dining room. And look at that in the middle there, that's cool, of the table. This is a nice dining room. So there's a few different ways you can do dining here on this ship. You can choose early dining or late dining. Early dining is about 5 o'clock. Late dining is 8. You can choose anytime dining, and the way they do it here is that you choose your dining time and your party and the dining room you're going to go to on the app before you come. You can also, if you decide not to do that, just wait in the no reservation line, but it is difficult to get reservations for a party of 5. But it is very beautiful in here. Hello. You guys, look at this glass. It's super cool. Wow. All right, here is the Juno dining room. And this is interesting. It's got the same interesting carpet as the Skagway, but it's darker like the Ketchikan. This is also a nice dining room. See, they're all very similar. Would not suggest switching dining rooms. I would suggest just picking one dining room and just making all your reservations for that dining room. So you can have the same server, unless of course you don't like your server. Yeah, so this is the Juno. It's very similar to the Skagway, but it's darker instead of lighter. But it's basically this really similar as far as decor goes. This is cool. Nice. Yeah, so that is the Juno dining room. Let me know in the comments which one you like the best. If you have any questions, put them also below and I'll see if I can answer them. And here is a little montage of all of the dinners that we had on the ship in each of the dining rooms. They were serving the same food in every dining room. Up next, we have the kids' clubs. They are all on the same deck, situated down one long hallway. So the youngest kids, the middle kids, and then the teens are all right next to each other, which we actually really liked because we had some kids who were in the youngest, some in the middle, and some in the teens, so they could all kind of communicate with each other if they needed to. One thing about the kids' clubs here is that there are not very many kids on this ship. It's kind of an old people ship. But that means they have a lot more funds to do fun things with the kids that they do have. Okay, this one is the teens room. I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough of everything in the room. There is a one corner spot that has a little section of like locker cubby things, but there's nothing else back there. This is the older kids club. I believe this is the 8 to 12-year-olds. Each of the kids clubs has their own counselors, own activities, separate spaces. There is communication between the different clubs if there needs to be. One thing that would be important to understand is to be clear in communicating with the counselors in each of the clubs so that they know what you expect and you know what to expect from them. Let's walk through this one real quick and you can see what they've got. So these are some game like stations, and then they have a big space where they watch TV and play games. And then we'll just walk through really quick. Each of these ones, which was kind of nice, had skee ball, which was fun for the kids because they haven't been on any other cruise ships that had skee ball in the kids clubs. This is the youngest kids' room. It is a bit smaller, and it's a little more separate than the other rooms just because there are smaller kids in here. They still have a lot of the same activities, their own counselors, and a lot of fun things to do in here. Skee ball, and they also have an area to do big activities and a TV. In the back, though, they do have a little play area. This right here is the area for like art and other projects. And they have a play area, a little basketball hoop, and a little playhouse. They're also connected to an outdoor playground, which is kind of cool. This fitness center is huge, and surprisingly, it was very busy in the mornings and less busy in the afternoons. I guess that shouldn't be too surprising with a ship that's geared more towards older people. So, but we did actually have a hard time finding like a treadmill in the mornings when we were doing this, but there is a lot of space. There's 2 rooms. This is kind of the room that has like the free weights and stuff like that. And then the room next to it has most of the machines, the lifting machines, as well as like the treadmills and ellipticals and things like that. And this is actually a room where they conduct classes during the day. You can sign up for. Some of them are free, but most of them you do have to pay extra for. Here is the main deck. This is also where they watch movies at night, and there is complimentary popcorn for that. Let's go take a walk on the main deck now down by the pools. There are only like 2, maybe 3 pools in this whole ship. There are no water slides. There is no water park, no splash pads. So like I've said several times, this ship is geared more towards older people rather than kids. So there's really not a lot of stuff for kids to do on this ship besides in the kids' clubs. I do want to take a walk in between these 2 pools here. This is actually a pretty cool spot. It's just a little bit, so the hot tubs are up here, and then there's a little bit of a waiting area and some circular seats here that you can kind of see both pools from. So I think this is a pretty awesome little area here. Okay, this is the back of the ship. There's a bar back here and then one more pool back in this area as well. There are less people at this pool, but it's still busy as well. This one was the one that has like the glass wall, so you can see off the back of the ship while you're in the pool, which is kind of fun. Okay, let's take a look at the rooms. This is a medallion. This is your like room key and your key to everything else on the ship. This is what the keypad looks like outside the door. You use your medallion to get in. And when the door is unlocked, the handle shows green. And when it's locked, it shows red. It lets you see who's in, and also like room service and stuff like that's all on the keypad. This is room C245 on the Discovery Princess cruise ship. Okay, here we have the bathroom. It's really a fairly good size for a cruise ship. And the shower is pretty standard. It's got a good step up, so we gotta be careful about that, but it's nice that the water doesn't get everywhere. And this is with the beds split, so 2 bunk beds and then 2 regular beds. Those go in the middle then. And there is the fridge. I like this setup of the closet here. And then here is the bathroom. Cool, so if you have your medallion, it already notices that you're here and the door becomes unlocked. This is room 316 on the Princess Discovery. Okay, so this is cool. You can do these rooms either in like a single bed with bunk beds or you separated 2 beds. This is a nice desk area here. Let's check out. There's the little tiny fridge in there. It's kind of more of a cooler than anything else. And then hair dryer, some drawers. Okay. Next to the beds, we have those side tables. They do have little USB ports on the lights. And then back here is a really nice closet area here. And this one even has more shelving there. And the safe is there. And then in here is the bathroom area and the shower. And there is a line for hanging clothes here. There is that. This is the casino. It's usually only open when you are in international waters, but this was also a muster station. It's fairly large, and it's kind of located right in the middle of the ship. Coming up in here is the Princess Theater. It's where they do all of their stage shows, and they also do some like shopping things and stuff in here. But do watch this. There's a magician that comes in here. Watch and make sure that the shows that they're doing are kid friendly if you have kids with you. Okay, let me show you how these screens work. So basically what you do is you put your medallion here like this, wait for it to turn green, and then I can look and see where my muster station is, my stateroom. I can find myself, the bathrooms, other people who are in my party, but I can also search by deck. Let's say I want to find my laundry room, or like one of the and then I could, there's the Ketchikan dining room. So then if I push Get Me There, it shows me where I am, says I need to go down the stairs, and it actually gives me like written out instructions here. So that is really cool. I do like the medallions and all of the interactive things they can do to help you get around the ship. On some of the screens in the public areas, you can also play games, and then you can see how you rank against other people who've played games on that, or that same game on that screen. If you do tell them about any special occasions, you may see things like this around the ships on the screens. This is the miniature golf course. It's actually just a putting green, so that's pretty disappointing. This is the rest of the sports deck. There is a walking track in the middle. There are pickleball courts as well as basketball and soccer. They did have some tournaments here that were kind of fun for the kids to do as well as adults. This is the retreat pool. It's like a Serenity deck. It's adults only. There's the retreat bar there. Let's go up the stairs here. Okay, so this is the sanctuary. It is a reservation only area. You can reserve for half day or full day. It's like $120 for a half day. Actually, I'm not positive. Anyway, you have to reserve. It comes with 2 bottles of specialty drinks. They have tea time at 3 to 4. If you reserve, it's for 2 people. It's a beautiful area, super quiet, great views. The lady inside the sanctuary suggested that reserve for the afternoons. Mornings is from 8 to 12, afternoons it would be like 1 to 5. And it's just like a better time to be there because then you also get to go for tea time. So it's a nice area. This is the laundromat on the ship. It is free, which I've never seen on any other ships. Looks like there's also ironing boards, and there's another set of washer dryer here. And then on this side, another ironing board, and there is the soap for it, also free, we hear. Shows take tokens, but it doesn't look like it takes them. And that is the laundry room. Yeah. Here is the Croner's Lounge and Bar. This is the Future Cruise Center. If you book while you're on a cruise, I think you can save a percentage on your next cruise. Here is the art gallery. They actually did an art auction on this ship already. A lot of ships do art auctions. And then here is the photo center here. This is where you can check the photos that they take of you on the ship. As we move along this way, we have then a couple of shops. This is the jewelry store. I believe it's called Effie. Sometimes they do giveaways in here, and on this ship they're doing a free necklace each of the days. That's there. This here is a sushi bar that's on the ship, and it does cost extra as well.
Cool.
Here is another lounge. So you can buy medallion stuff here. So you can wear like bracelets and necklaces and stuff instead of the free stuff. That is the Princess Live Cafe, and this is Princess Live. It's just like a...
We're competing for a mediocre prize here. You got it? Has everybody got an answer? Yeah? Okay, in 3. Back to rise.
Here we have another lounge. There's a lot of nice places. This is the Crown and Grill bar. Here. So in order to get off on Cabo, you have to tender over on a little boat from the ship because it's too shallow to get in. So what you have to do is you have to, on this ship, go to the Vista Lounge in the morning and get a tender ticket if you want to get off early. You get a tender ticket in the Vista Lounge, and then they let you off by ticket numbers. And then at 2:30, they will stop doing tickets, and then you can just get off whenever. You just like get in line and get off. So that is it. That's the tour of the Princess Discovery. I hope this was helpful, and we will see you guys next time.